the 10 most anticipated Xbox games of 2026. Let's be honest for a second. 2025 hasn't exactly been the smoothest year in Xbox history. We've seen mass layoffs, high-profile project cancellations, and some pretty painful Xbox Game Pass price hikes that didn't sit well with the community. And yeah, at times, it felt like Xbox was taking hit after hit after hit. But there's one thing most people are missing. Xbox's future? That's where things start to get very interesting. Because despite all the turbulence, the next 12 months are shaping up to be one of the most important and exciting periods Xbox has had in years. A wave of ambitious, creative, and potentially generation-defining games is on the horizon. Many of them exclusive to Xbox consoles and PC, and nearly all of them launching day one on Game Pass. So today, we're counting down the 10 most anticipated Xbox games of 2025, the titles with the biggest potential to deliver serious value, dominate conversations, and maybe even land in the Game of the Year debate. And just to be clear, we're skipping over the obvious stuff. No GTA 6, no Call of Duty, no EA Sports. You already know those are coming. This list is all about the games that could define Xbox's next chapter. Welcome to the Tech Bowl. Let's begin. Number 10, OD. OD is easily one of the most mysterious and divisive games currently in development, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. This is a horror project led by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with filmmaker Jordan Peele, which already tells you everything you need to know about how strange this could get. Kojima has described OD as a totally new form of media, a phrase that alone has sparked endless debates across the industry. The game reportedly uses cloud technology in a meaningful way, and it may be structured as an anthology of horror experiences, with different segments directed by different creators. That idea alone pushes OD far outside of the boundaries of traditional games. The recent teaser finally confirmed one thing for sure. OD is real and it looks uncomfortably lifelike thanks to Unreal Engine 5. Kojima has even suggested the game may be overall so unconventional that it could take decades for players to fully agree on whether it's brilliant or baffling. Love it or hate it, OD feels like a true experiment, and those are exactly the kinds of projects that keep gaming exciting. OD is expected to arrive in 2026, launching day one on Xbox Game Pass. Number 9, Ark 2. Ark 2 is one of those games that feel perpetually almost ready, yet never quite arrives. First revealed all the way back in 2020, the sequel to Ark, Survival Evolved, has missed multiple release windows, and updates from Studio Wildcard have been frustratingly rare. Still, despite the uncertainty, Ark 2 remains one of the most talked about survival games in development. Why? Because it's promising a major reinvention. Combat is completely overhauled, with new focuses on dodging, blocking, combos, and reflex-based mechanics inspired by the Soul-like games. That alone would be a huge shift for the franchise. Built in Unreal Engine 5, Ark 2 is also shaping up to be visually stunning, assuming it actually launches in 2026. It's a gamble, but if it lands, it could redefine the survival genre all over again. Number 8, Super Meat Boy 3D. This one genuinely caught everyone off guard. Super Meat Boy 3D takes one of the most beloved 2D platformers of all time and reimagines it into full 3 dimensions. A move that sounds very risky on paper, but surprisingly brilliant in execution so far. Developed by Sluggerfly in close collaboration with Team Meat, this new version introduces mechanics like wall running, mid-air dashes, while still maintaining the soul-crushing difficulty fans expect. What's impressive is how confident this looks. It's not trying to replace the original, it's trying to evolve it. From early footage, Super Meat Boy 3D looks like the kind of game that will frustrate you, humble you, and completely consume you, all over again. Number 7, Subnautica 2. Few games have nailed atmosphere quite like Subnautica. It's a mix of isolation, exploration, and deep-sea terror made it unforgettable. And Subnautica 2 is aiming to expand that formula in some bold ways. Set entirely on a new planet, the sequel introduces 4-player cooperative play for the first time. New creatures, new biomes, and even new DNA modification abilities, a cut feature from the original, are all on the table. And yes, early access always brings risk. But if Unknown Worlds sticks the landing, Subnautica 2 could be one of the most immersive survival experiences of the generation. A quick pause. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more deep dives into gaming, tech, and the future of Xbox, make sure you hit the like on the video and subscribe to the Tech Bowl. It helps the channel a ton, and it means you won't miss what's coming next. Alright, back to the list. Number 6. High on Life 2. High on Life was never subtle, and that's exactly why it worked. The sequel takes everything from the original and cranks it up. This time, the story revolves around protecting your sister after a bounty is placed on her, while unraveling who's behind it. The humor is sharper, the weapons are louder, and the world is even more unhinged. One of the biggest new additions is skateboarding, which allows you to grind, wall run, and even weaponize your board in combat. Returning talking guns like Knifey are joined by new personalities, making the chaos feel fresh instead of recycled. If you loved the first game, this looks more of exactly what you wanted, just bigger, bolder, and stranger. Number 5. Replaced. Replaced is one of those rare indie games that look like it belongs on a museum wall. Set in a dystopian alternate timeline, 1980s America, the game follows an AI trapped inside of a human body, navigating a brutal cyberpunk city called Phoenix City. Gameplay blends exploration, platforming, puzzle, and cinematic combat, all wrapped in a stunning 2.5D pixel art style that feels almost unreal in motion. Development delays were unavoidable due to real-world events, but Replaced now appears firmly back on track. And if the final product lives up to the visual and ambition, this could be one of 2026's biggest surprise hits. Number 4. Clockwork Revolution. Clockwork Revolution looks absolutely wild in the best way possible. Developed in Exile Entertainment, this first-person RPG revolves around the time manipulation in a steampunk city called Avalon. A powerful figure known as Lady Ironwood has reshaped history to benefit herself, and you gain the ability to travel back in time to undo her influence. Every decision you make in the past directly shapes the future. That concept alone opens doors to insane replayability, moral dilemmas, and radically different outcomes. Combine that with its BioShock meets Dishonored aesthetic, quirky characters, and dark humor, and you've got something very special brewing. Number 3. Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon has quietly become one of the greatest racing franchises ever made, and Horizon 6 looks ready to raise the bar again. This time, the setting fans have been begging for is finally happening: Japan. From neon-lit Tokyo streets to Mount Fuji and rural highways, this is shaping up to be the biggest and most detailed map in the series' history. If Playground Games builds this on a near-perfect foundation of Horizon 5, this could be a generational racing game. Even if it doesn't reinvent the wheel, one thing is guaranteed: it's going to be ridiculously fun. Number 2. Gears of War E-Day. After years on the sidelines, Gears of War is finally coming home. E-Day is a prequel set 14 years before the original game, placing players right at the start of humanity's war with the Locusts. You'll step into the boots of Marcus Phoenix and Dom Senegato during the most infamous day in Gears lore. The developers have promised a return to the franchise's horror roots, ditching open-world experiments in favor of tight, linear storytelling. New city, classic tone, and modern technology. This could be the Gears comeback fans have been waiting for. Number 1. Fable. Fable is back. After more than a decade of silence, the beloved RPG series is finally returning in 2026, rebuilt from the ground up by Playground Games. From everything we've seen so far, this reboot captures the humor, charm, and whimsy that made their original trilogy special, while delivering jaw-dropping visuals powered by Forza's tech engine. The tone is playful, self-aware, and unmistakably British, with well-known comedians joining the cast. While details are still limited, it's clear Microsoft is treating Fable like a flagship title. If this lands the way it should, Fable could be one of the most defining RPGs of the generation. And there you have it, the 10 most anticipated Xbox games of 2026. Now, I want to hear from you. Which games are you most hyped for? And is there any major title we missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the Tech Bowl for more deep dives just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.